I'm just so appreciative of the men that I work with and the fight that they displayed individually and collectively. Certainly wasn't perfect, a lot of adversity, some of it created by us, but they didn't blink. And that's what's required this time of year. We also talked about the game's got to look a certain way this time of year, and it certainly did. We were able to run the ball and stop the run, and we kind of rode that wave in terms of controlling the game. Certainly, you got to give Detroit a lot of credit. Man, they stormed and fought. We knew they would. We knew what type of game we were coming into, the gravity of it, the venue. Kudos to their fans, man. This is a tough place to play. But I'm just thankful of the fight and the win. And we'll keep pushing because that's what you got to do this time of year. Win or lose, you got to keep pushing, and we will. We're coming in tomorrow to watch the tape. We ain't got time for victory Mondays, and that's what I told the team. And a couple guys got injured, wasn't able to make it back. Brandon Eccles with a groin, Calvin Austin with a hamstring. I'm sure it's a laundry list of other things when you're in a game like that. But we'll put together a plan and divide the labor up next week. We'll deal with next week. Right now, I'm just really, really thankful and happy for those men in that locker room. Questions?
Can you talk about the resiliency of your offense to keep answering their scores, and then the defense again when some of those calls look not to be going your way?
That's what I mean when I say we got a no-blink group. And it's not like things are ideal, man. I can't say enough about Dylan Cook, for example. I mean, man, that's our fourth left tackle. We ran for 200-plus yards today with that guy. But it's a lot of examples of that, man. That's what team is about, and I'm just appreciative of their efforts.
Do you feel like defense still off the gas pedal a little bit?
No, I just like to give credit to damn Detroit, who had a top-flight offense, and they displayed that. Sorry, what?
What were the conversations you were having during that last replay? When did you have an idea that it was going to play?
The whole time, really. As long as, when I heard it was OPI, and that was pretty evident, and we stopped them short of the goal line, I just figured it was going to sort itself out.
Mike, you've been part of the teams that got involved this time of year. I'm not asking you to predict the future, but over these last 3 weeks, do you feel some kind of momentum building?
We won the last 3.
You said after the Buffalo game, keep watching. We're watching.
A minute.
Mike, what key that run game is the run game?
Just the efforts of the guys. It's that time of year, man. You got to do that if you want to control ball games, and we've been working hard at it. Certainly, we've taken some steps back at times, but I just appreciate the overall trajectory of the group. We had a bunch of second-year players, man, in that front, and so it's reasonable to expect them to get better, big picture, but in the midst of it, some of that, and we've experienced some of that, along with some attrition. But in spite of all of that, man, they just keep working.
Everything was on outside of the shoulders. This game not having TJ. How much did these early run stops mean to you guys?
Man, he was a monster. He just was. He came to play today. I knew he would. It was huge. And we knew that was a matchup that we wanted. Regardless of circumstance, they kept those 2 linebackers on the field. They never go dime. And it's a tip of the cap to the quality players that those backers are. But we like Kenny versus those guys. And thankfully, we were able to get that matchup at a significant moment, man. And he is deserving of all the credit. I mean, what an incredible play.
I talked about
I heard about it, but I hadn't seen it, and I hadn't had an opportunity to talk to DK, and so I have no comment.
Coach, talk about that top-point swing, which was very important. You get the safety, and then you come back and hold the ball for over 9 minutes to get a field goal. What does that do from a team perspective when you're able to do that?
It's big. I certainly would have enjoyed a touchdown, but that's a component of complimentary ball, man. You support one another. That's what you do. You forgot on the front end of that, we turned that ball over going in. You know what I mean? And that's what complimentary football is about. It's not only about complimenting the good, it's about standing up and minimizing the negative. And so there's a lot of good discussions along those lines, things to grow from. That's why we're going to come in and watch the tape tomorrow.
Last
It's this time of year, man. This is why I love it. If you're a competitor, man, you run to this stuff, and I think we got a collection of competitors.
How much fun do you have in game-ending situations like that?
Man, I love it all the time, man. I just think the thicker it is, man, you got an opportunity to really show yourself, and if you're solid, it shows. And I try to be solid. I expect our team to be solid, and it showed today.
What was working on those long touchdown run by?
Good shot.
What was working on those long touchdown run by?
Guys were winning the line of scrimmage, man, and blocking. I mean, just look at the blocks on those plays, man. I think on the second one, man, what a block by DK on the perimeter, man, to finish it. But from my vantage point, it just looked like guys were blocked, and that's awesome.
How important was the interior pressure in Goff's face, and did you do anything different to try to get it?
We talked all week about how necessary interior pressure was because of our circumstance. We were out without TJ and Herbick, and certainly they had, elevated practice squad guys, center, et cetera. Man, it's just common sense, man. Our interior pressure had to move him off the spot and create negativity, and it did.
I want to more about TK. Were you aware of that altercation at halftime, and did you consider not playing in the second half?
I don't know when I was made aware of it.
Couple fourth down conversions. You feel more comfortable going for it more than just the first question?
It's just that time of year, man. We do what we got to do to engineer victory.
What was the key to stopping St. Brown? You're talking about an elite wide receiver, and
Not-
you really didn't do much to it again.
Not only him, but them. A lot of their chunk plays come off a play action pass. And the run's got to be going to a certain degree for those things to be most effective. And I really just think we rode the wave of our run stopping, which minimized the component that creates big plays for St. Brown and for them.
Thielen and Scotty had.
I'm sorry?
Thielen and Scotty had a few big catches on possession down. What about those two guys? Do you trust in those situations? How have you seen them respond?
They're veteran guys. They've been there, done that guys. And really credit to Detroit, man. They did some things differently on us today. They're playing a lot of zone, and that's why those guys made some of the plays that they made. Certainly one of Scotty's plays was a man-to-man play, but I think almost all of Adams were zone plays. And we know Muth is a zone killer. We got some other guys that have really good zone awareness with the addition of Thielen, and I'm thankful for it.